Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Tonight, we're going to be doing like a cozy Thursday night live stream. I'm going to be going for some product research. I'm going to be sharing my screen so you can get an over-the-shoulder look. I don't know, Savage Sellers and do some product research live. Like talking to you guys. I just did a live stream this morning with my Savage Sellers community. Link in the description. And that was a lot of fun. And I was just like, yeah, let's show some love on YouTube and let people come hang out, enter the chat, ask a few questions, and ultimately let me show you how it's done. So we're going to be going live for maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So if you happen to catch this live, be sure to let me know that you're here in the chat, and I'll try my best to get to the questions. And if you're watching this after the fact, feel free to skip forward a few minutes while we let some people get in the chat, and then we'll be getting into the good stuff. So welcome. I'm excited that you're here, and we'll get started soon. So we will go, bam. Now you should be able to see my screen. We're doing some product research using Black Box by Helium 10 tonight. We're going to be doing kind of like an escalating difficulty, like a video game strategy. So starting with kind of easy, getting more and more intense with the filters and advanced strategies using this tool. A few people actually asked me for some like advanced Helium 10 tutorials, and I haven't done any of that because it's just so specific, but maybe this will be a good chance to show off some of that. I have a few people watching. If you're in the stream, let me know you're here, and without further ado, let's get right into it. As I see questions, I'll be happy to get to them. So we're going to be starting with the just normal product section here. Normally, I'm quite a fan of using the keywords, but we're going to just be doing products, and I'm going to be going for high growth. I'm going to select some categories. Why don't we just do a few? So let's just go patio, lawn, and garden, and pet supplies. We'll start there. If you have any ideas, chat, feel free to let me know. We're going to be going for price. Let's go for slightly higher today. I usually do like 11 or 12. Let's go 16. And it'll be pretty specific. We'll go 35. So $34.99 will be included. Hera said, "What up, Savage? What's up, man?" Or whoever you are. Hera could be gender neutral, I suppose. Sorry, I made that weird. Review count. We're going to go 5,000. Now, that's kind of like a shocking number for a lot of people. You come from this private label background. You've been watching Amazon FBA videos for any length of time. You'll see like 75 reviews, 150 reviews max. And I like to push the envelope a little bit in that category because, well, more reviews just means there's a lot of customers who want to voice their opinions. That's usually a sign of a good market and a market you can grow your brand in. So I don't necessarily see reviews as a bad thing. Looking like Fabio right now. Yeah, I have some seriously long hair. Kind of was like COVID hair that just turned into like, I'm going to see how far I can take this. Like COVID, I mean, it seems like COVID ended. Do we say that it ended? I guess, I don't know. I'm not the one to make the call, but it's like the hair stuck around. Reviews don't matter as much as main image, price point, and product offering. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Hera has confirmed he is a dude. It's pronounced Hera. All right, man. Thanks for the feedback. So let's start here. The only other thing I'm going to do is monthly revenue. I'm going to go for like 10,000. Bam. And let's start at a cool 50,000. Let's see what we get. It's going to be fun. Cheers. Being a fancy boy tonight. All right. A dental chew ball toy. Oh, like okay, just for dogs. I could have swore that looked like a bear or like a pig on the front. No, it's a dog. So let's see here. Pumpkin spice treat block for chickens. That sounds really interesting. How's the stream look, everyone, by the way? I'm interested in knowing. I tried to pull back on the quality a little bit, but I tried to keep it as high as I could and still have a good viewer experience. Let's go to the reviews. So I get the idea of it, right? It's just chicken feed. The listing's okay. It's actually really bad. It's really bad. The listing's really bad. And let's see. Everything was great. Yummy, healthy. My girls love it. Wow, so it's a pretty good product. I mean, customers are pretty psyched about this. I generally like to see that customers are like, if I want it to feel like they want to give good reviews, and it's like they're really only going to rain down hell on like a truly horrible product. Because I've been in markets before where it just seems like everyone just wants to complain, and that's not fun. Stream looks good. Sometimes when there is a major shift in frame pixelates. All right, thanks for the feedback, Mitch. That's what's up. Later in live, you can review rodent repellent balls. I'd like to hear your 2 cents. Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's go see like the actual market here. So it's a treat block for chickens. That seems like the keyword. Let's see if I was right. Survey says. Just chicken treat block. Yeah, there's not a whole lot. Yeah, I guess it could be like treats for chickens. It's got 700. It's probably just like chicken food that they're trying to rank for. Chicken, what would you call that? Meal? Whatever. So we'll leave that open. How's everyone's Thursday night going? I usually go live at like weird times midday, and I was like, let's do an evening live stream. Maybe there will be more people home from work. Herb grow kit. I mean, there's just so many things like that. I like to choose products where it's kind of like an old, boring-ish market, and so like a unique offer kind of stands out. I've been saying this thing lately in Savage Sellers, which is like, I don't want my competitors to be in the know. And just because something like has a big brand doesn't mean they're in the know. What I mean when I say that is like, they don't know the same marketing secrets that I know. Like how to really persuade people and build an offer and present that offer in a way that it just seems so attractive that you feel like you have to buy it. I want boring competition. Thursday's going good. Works cray. What about yourself? Chicken feed is surprisingly a highly debated topic. So yeah, my Thursday's going really good. Thanks for asking. I worked a bunch today and just been on the grind lately. We launched 4 TikTok ads yesterday, maybe the day before, and got some like 1 target per campaign, $20 a day TikTok ads with 2 different ad sets, so variations of the video, and each one of the campaigns have their own attribution link so we can track sales. So we're going to see how that goes. We've been definitely generating clicks and landing page views. Now we just got to wait for attribution to catch up and give it maybe 5-6 days, see if we got any sales. But kind of testing the waters with external ads. We have some creative ideas as well, like Pinterest ads, and let's see, we ran an Instagram ad. Trying to look at Facebook. They just, ever since they had to do that big shutdown with like audience selection and privacy, it's really hard to pick a great targeted audience. I remember back in like 2018 when I was running Facebook ads, you could literally select, like, if you're selling chicken feed, like a person with 6 chickens that buys chicken food twice a month. Like, it was like ridiculous. Now it's like, they like sports. It's just like, that's not the same. TikTok shop instead of Amazon. Yeah, so there's an integration that you can use. I've heard about that. We're definitely going to get that going. Right now we're just we just threw up like 4, literally made the ad account like 3 days ago, but we're definitely going to get the TikTok shop integration. Facebook partnered with Amazon to compete against TikTok. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. One of the things we're thinking about doing as well is like building lookalike audiences based off of, obviously we already collect contact information on our brand's website, so we're trying to do some of that. Once we have enough, we have like 150 or something, but obviously the bigger the better for modeling and creating a lookalike. But yeah, that's how my week's going. It just seems like I wake up, day goes by in a blur, do a bunch of work, do some calls, check in with the Savage sellers, and then it's like time to go to bed again. I was watching, this is partially what inspired the live stream, was Alex Ramosi did a live stream today, and I watched like probably 30 minutes of it. It was really good. I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm an Alex Ramosi stan. Like I love his stuff. Been reading the books, implementing. It's fun to have a brand in like a business that you can like directly take what he's teaching and be like, oh yeah, I can just apply that, see how it goes. That's what sparked the like lead gen stuff with like TikTok ads, getting people to our website, to our list. Very fun. So what do we got here? We got Pizza Stone. No, that's too generic. Oak Chips. Strangely boring products I tend to like sometimes. We'll have to see, but let's see. Oak wood chips for smoker. It's probably just chips, but wood chips for smoker, I bet. I didn't see the first person who came on live, but I could imagine. Are your video ads doing well? I don't know. We just launched them yesterday. The Instagram ad is the only one we actually had a week-long run test with in attribution campaigns. We got 14 add to carts and no sales, which is kind of random because we convert really well. Like we had 14 add to carts on Amazon when they're looking for the product. We would have converted almost all those people, but yeah. That just, we spent like I think $100 over the course of 7 days, like $20 a day or something, 120 bucks, and didn't get any sales from that. We got like 300 clicks, like 15 add to carts, and no sales. That one was the truest test. Like literally just like throw money at something and see what happens, because we didn't even have a vertical ad. We literally took like our horizontal ad and ran that just to see what, like, basically like be like, can we make an ad? Like how easy is it to just make an ad and get it running and set up an ad account? And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna like sit down. I did some creative this week, meaning like I shot everything again vertically so that it's like actually in the native format for social media ads. Now we've got 2 versions of that running, so I'll let you all know maybe next week. By the way, I started a brand building framework. There's a free link in this description. Maybe open it in another tab. Put in your email there. I'll email you like a 30-minute long free training about brand building. It was actually like a course video that I made that I was like, I'm just gonna give this away for free because I think it'll help a lot of people. Okay. I mean, this is, I don't like this. I think like that's okay, but it's really like no one's gonna go crazy over a wood chip like they would for like chicken feed or something. Last live you mentioned you stated Amazon Video PPC. I have no idea what that means. The attribution tracks add to carts. Yes, it does. The more you know. Oh, did you mean to say started? I could have probably used context clues there. Started video ads on Amazon. Yeah, those crush. Those have generated tens of thousands of dollars in sales. Yeah, that was my conclusion. Looked painful. By the way, if you see something that I scroll by and you're like, I want to see that, like, let me know in the chat. And there's quite a bit of latency right now, but I'll scroll back. I'll find it. Lots of dog clothes. Not interested in that. I don't like anything someone buys to just like kind of throw away shortly after. What do we have here? I like the pet food market. Started Amazon Video PPC. Yeah, sponsored brand videos. I don't know what I said, but Aquadoc. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's what, like, I stopped on that for a second. I was like, let's go over this first. So, looks like what the heck does that mean? 'Cause that's not his brand's name. It's like Ron's is the, I guess, the brand name, and then it's like Adult Peacock Happen Chichlid Food. Chichlid Pellets. How the hell did he spell that? S-C-H, okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. There we go. Wow. 1,000 baht on that one. Granted, it's £2 and it's $9. That's not a good equation. I guess it's not that bad, but let's see. Listings are kind of garbage, kind of trash. That one's okay. So that's like one of the first things that I do, by the way, Savage Sellers. I like to look at the just like first impressions. Like, what do the main images look like? What does it feel like when you look at the listings? And what do we got? 12K, 4K, 7K. So this one's doing 30 thou. 22,000 on Tetra. It's like the biggest fish food company I feel like ever. It's not bad. 2,000 search volume. It's definitely a smaller market. Like, you're not gonna blow up here, but it could be like, the way I see this would be like it's an offshoot of a brand where you have a very specific feeling. And I'll be honest with you, I'm super biased because this worked well for me, but if you went into like a market like this, made like really edgy packaging, and then like really started to think about, go to forums, what are the main things people look for in a fish food? I'm sure people make DIY fish food, and like, what do they use? Because they've obviously done a lot of research. And just go try and like download a bunch of information about fish food, and then look at the specialty species of fish, look up each food, and then be like, in order of largest to smallest, which is like probably the hero product that I can start with, and then branch off, have a different like fish character on each packaging, and it could work. Aquadoc, let's check that out. So this is a hardness, how would I even search this? calcium increaser. I'm just gonna go for like spa and calcium and see what happens. Thankfully, Helium 10 is, you see me looking over here, by the way, that's where my other monitor is. I'm not crazy. But yeah, I mean, I am crazy, but that's not why. Let's see, spa, calcium increaser, spa chemicals. Might be a little too specific. I guess I could go do the keyword thing too. Crew said, Paul, I'm a little bit behind on the stream. Still trying to catch up. I've asked this before, but when you are running ads on Instagram and TikTok, are you directing the traffic to your Amazon listing or another landing page? Right now, we're testing the listing. We're just sending them straight to the offer. However, we are going to test lead squeeze as well. It's like sending them to a lead collection page on our website first and giving them like a discount code to then go to Amazon with. Good question. So calcium chloride. Okay, here we go. Calcium hardness increaser hot tub. All right, let's check this out. Aquadoc is copping that top spot. Way to go, Doc. Then we got Spa Choice. And Clorox. What do you guys think of the new X-ray interface? I like it. That one looks legit. I like the packaging on that one. Definitely not a premium offer here yet. I don't know if people would want a premium offer. But yeah, so let's see. Main things I look for are enthusiast market, evergreen market, problem to solve, future problem to solve, and the ability to make a standalone offer. So solve the same problem with a new solution. Then you're selling in a blue ocean instead of a red ocean. I've been on that lately because it like really perfectly fit and matched my experience with Amazon FBA previously. I was like, oh, I'm a red ocean entrepreneur. That's why this hurts. So I don't know if this would be a great place to make like a superior offer. Let's keep pushing. Sometimes product research is a grind and other times it's very fun. I was doing some earlier today and it felt like a bit of a grind. This feels fun. Let's see. A lot of Halloween stuff. We don't want that. Salt block. Grill gloves. Oh my god. I remember looking at those in like 2018. It was like an example of a private label product that a lot of YouTube channels used to use back then. All right. Specialty supplement for a cat. People love their cats. This is a person who certainly has high likelihood of purchasing if you make it to a listing like this. This packaging is not bad. I'm interested in seeing, yeah, I was gonna say what else they sell. Okay, it's a little bit pharmaceutical of a vibe. And then I wonder like what type of customer this is in terms of what they would respond well to. Let's just do this. This is cool though. I like this one. His name is Doggy Naturals, but it's for cats. That's a good point. It's a very good point. Okay. I mean, these listings look like they're crushing. Look at the sales. Said I don't know why that upsets me. He should be upset. All right. 100,000, 150,000, 36,000, 32,000, 25, 32, 36. I love to see that spread. That's good. I like when like multiple people are winning, multiple brands are winning. That's good. Kind of shows there's not like necessarily a market king, like a market general. I don't know if that's any different, but let's see. 4 stars. Okay, that's interesting. 4 stars. I wonder what's going wrong. 4.2. Maybe the cats just don't want to eat it. 4. Let's see what's going most wrong on the listing that has the least positive reviews. Because obviously, like, I could just sit here all day and say how you could just make the packaging feel a certain way. These brands definitely know what they're doing, by the way. They have nice nice packaging, nice feeling. Like, it was definitely designed well, and it looks like they do have like social media accounts as well. So these, I would say, like, this is an example of a seller who's pretty much in the know, like, to a degree. Like, they almost look like a brand that succeeds in retail that's trying to come to Amazon a little bit. I just say that because like, as soon as you get off of the like packaging and you look at the actual quality of the secondary images, they're really bad. These are better. It's like, why don't you have this in your listing images? Like, that's much better. I'm a really tough critic on the creative. My indoor cats like these chews, which also retarded the spread of cough from feral cat mom to kittens. I don't think she knows what that means. So, cat hates it. I mean, yeah, this is a tough one. There'd be a lot of R&D there, testing with pets and seeing how they react. Looks like a great opportunity until the cost per clicks are $5. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. Exactly. I wouldn't even say it necessarily looks like a great opportunity. It looks pretty tough to penetrate this one. These brands don't necessarily fit my like old and boring vibe. They're a little bit more like they're playing the game. Squirrel gourmet mix. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's a market that's not going to have players. What's up, Matt? Welcome. I've looked at this before. I like this market. I think you could make a pretty penny selling squirrel food. I also like the underdog story. Like, the squirrel is getting food just for him. Meanwhile, he's been ostracized and oppressed his whole life. Getting kicked off bird feeders. Yeah. Peanuts. Yeah, this is, look at that. That's a market. You take yourself an edgy packaging. You take her to the front row. I don't even know what I'm saying. I've gone wonky. But yeah, I think this would be cool. Could you imagine the social media potential? All you'd have to do is just cute squirrels eating your food in different, maybe even do get some squirrel domestic ones, put them in like some cowboy hats, get them dressed up, do some shoots. That looks like a good opportunity. So what does chat think about squirrel food? I like it. All right, moving on. I was like, there's so much pet stuff. Yeah, it's because you're just basically looking in pet supplies. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to switch it up. Let's go keywords. And let's check it out. All right, search volume 3,000 to 13,000. Monthly revenue. Let's go like 1550. I like that. And then we'll go 13 to 41. Reviews. 7,000. Okay. Check it out. What's in the squirrel food? Just a bunch of nuts. It's like nuts and seeds. Just like what they... Some of them are just peanuts, which is kind of funny that they're like selling those as squirrel food. But yeah, it's just like what you would put out for birds. A little bit more hardy. Like corn. Let's look at this one. 5,000 bought. Some of them are just corn. So this one is... Sometimes I look at listings and it just pisses me off. I'm like, why don't you have your ingredients listed on the damn listing? God damn it. Reviews. Votes are in. Damn. That ain't right. Also, this is kind of a good point. It might summarize the market a little bit, where it's like, go to Costco, it's a better deal. If you're just like feeding squirrels because you want to see them, you don't necessarily want like a epic premium blend. But I could be wrong, so I would survey it a little bit, play around with that. Sometimes I like to go like YouTube. Oh, this is gonna be like Inception. And then, oh my god, now it really is Inception. Okay. And then we'll go like best squirrel food. Question: how come we have 8 people in the chat and only 5 likes? I love it when you like it. Yeah, there's quite a few views on these. What do squirrels eat? 7 things to feed them and 3 things you shouldn't. Watch that. Fruits, nuts, water, peanuts, corn. That's a good place to start. Joe asked, hey Paul, are you familiar with Notion? I haven't used it. No. So therefore I'd have to say I'm not familiar. But a lot of those ingredients are so cheap that, oh, what did I closed it? Damn it. Let's close some of these. What I was saying, a lot of those are so cheap that you probably could just find like one new ingredient that's like the star of the show. Know what I mean? Like just have like a slightly unique product. Don't have to go crazy. Make it way expensive. And then just make like insane packaging. Like just like high protein blend or something. Like that's your variation. And the squirrel's just jacked. So thanks. No problem. I need to like my own video. As long as you don't say smash that like button. I haven't been known to say that. Maybe in like 2019. I don't even think then I did. Graham Stephan definitely knows how to say that. That was an unnecessary call out, but. So my father used to shoot squirrels in our backyard. Yeah. See, squirrels are picked on, man. I like the story of like, and that could almost be the brand story. Like people would buy into that if they're buying food for squirrels. Like no longer will we be second-rate citizens in the wild. Like how like enough people, like 4,000 people are coming to Amazon and they're like pears, fresh. Only fresh pears. Maybe this is how I cure my family's karma. Redemption brand for squirrels. Heck yeah, man. A lot of product research is kind of just scrolling. I wonder how many times like I've done that. Just associated with product research. Trillions. No doubt. Let's see. Not impressed. For the live viewers, when can we expect to see the next Word doc framework, and what will the topic be on? So are you referring to my brand building framework? I actually just started working on version 2, and I've got quite a bit more written. So if you haven't already, I don't know if you saw it on which version of it you saw, but look out for an email from me, and I will send it to you soon. If you join Savage Sellers, I share a Google Doc version of it, so you have access to all the updates right away. Chat, what do we think about ripped jeans? Let's open up that can of worms. All right, basket, muzzle for dogs. No. Yeah. Towards the end of they definitely get a little lazy with the the end of the list. It feels rigged. Definitely feels rigged. But yeah, I would say next week. I'll publish something. got it, Joe. Montessori kitchen tools. So are we saying like for kids? Or are we just saying wooden? Definitely for kids. Wait, no. Wait, yes. I don't know. I got confused because I saw knives. And then I said, wait, no. But then I realized they were like plastic serrated kids' knives. Okay. I would make the knives wooden. Like that. That's kind of the whole point. Let's see though. Yeah, I mean, they're crushing. For sure. Q4 is going to do good. Obviously. You just never thought in life you would hear that. Those 3 words combined, you know? Toddler knife set. There's just something that's not right about seeing that. Yeah, that one made me sour. I'm just kidding. So let's see. Ceramic bowls. Way to go. That's exciting. Root beer extract. Okay. Now we're on to something. Anyone playing the new Call of Duty? I've been playing that a little bit. I like the zombies mode. Okay. So what I do when I get to the end of a filter, look through everything, all 10 pages, if they gave me 200, I will go and I will just like invert something. You know what I mean? So like instead of looking 3 to 13, it's like you look 13 to 20 in search volume. Or you go, instead of 15 to 50, you go 5 to 15. Look at some little guys. Little or smaller markets, low-hanging fruit. That still works. I am curious though. Let's go like 40 to 80 and then leave everything else the same. The one thing I didn't mention is the one I ended up changing. So let's see. Concealed carry crossbody bag. What are we talking? No, that's too opinionated. Like it's so design based. Gonna be hard to get that one right. Toddler tool bench. I remember I used to absolutely love Bob the Builder as a young lad, and I'll never forget I got this like tool set for one of my birthdays. I was probably like 5, something like that, and I was just absolutely believed I was building something. I was probably like sawing the plastic table is what was happening in reality. CD player for car. You know, 4,000 people looking for that. That's old school. Faux wood blinds. No thanks. What is a pocket hole jig kit? I know what a jig is, but I don't know what a pocket hole jig is. Oh, yes, I do. Never mind. So, does anyone have any ideas they want me to type in manually and look at? That's not right. Acorn picker upper roller. 2 seasonal. But you are Bob the Builder. You have to know. Bob the Brand Builder. Wine rack. No. Seafood's pretty, that's pretty broad. I feel like if you're looking for seafood, you should know which seafood you're looking for. I need a category change. Oh, I didn't select any this past time we changed the filters. So that would explain a little. Let's go arts, crafts, and sewing. And it's a tough one. Let's go sports and outdoors. Yeah, do that. Thanks for everyone that's in the chat. And everyone here live. It's really such a privilege to have people that care enough to even just show up and watch me do some work. And that's awesome. Thank you so much. This is a good example of a market, actually. So like the archery target, deer target. Because they're just, I mean, they're telling you exactly what they want. You can take some creative freedom. Like, they all look the same. So the dream outcome of a customer is like to practice on a deer-sized target. But what if you offered something completely unique? Yeah. Target market specifically, I've looked into before. It's an interesting one. The only thing I don't like as a hero product is it's not repurchasable. So you got to acquire every customer. Let's see. Can we change some of this stuff? I'm going to lower this a little, actually. I'm going to go like 10. I'm gonna increase this a little, 17. And then, actually, let's raise that a little bit, not lower, 70. So go a little wider, and then let's see, let's go back down to like 22 on that, and then 48. And then let's only look at things with, let's see, we'll go into some of these more advanced filters now. Where to start? Let's go shipping tier and no oversize. Competitor reviews is interesting. So you could do like one in the top 10 that has only 150 reviews. Which kind of shows like there's someone new there that's winning. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. The deer target's very seasonal. Is it? Let's see. I would imagine archers want to practice in the off season too. Um, deer hunting is definitely seasonal. Yeah, doesn't look very seasonal. I mean, that's a year right there. In winter, you get sales rank gets a little worse, but it's not like boom, boom, boom. Like when we look at this big chart, it's like, yeah, during like the rut, you get a little bit more action, but definitely doesn't have that like Santa hat look to it. Joe said, as a bow hunter, you practice year round. Then when bow season starts, yeah, you might have 1 to 3 months with lower sales. That certainly lines up with what we just saw. But at the end of the day, like, I like where your head's at. It's good to think that way. But let's turn it into like a question. Like, is it this? Is it that? I find that like going and being very dogmatic to the data is good practice, which obviously Randy's been around in Savage Sellers for a while. Dude knows what he's doing. But let's see. Police vest. Honestly, maybe. Fishing rod holders. No. There's like this certain element that I'm still trying to think about how to even like teach it. And it's just the like, why do some things really appeal to me? And it goes back to some of the like deeply ingrained lessons that just like come from selling and like looking at thousands and thousands of ideas and like vetting them. But I generally try and like picture what my main image would look like. Does that make sense? Like, how would I stand out? Is there like a clear path to success and to unique proprietary product being built? In some markets just aren't compatible with that philosophy of selling. Or they're less compatible. Zane said, just your comments while searching helps so much. Yeah, that's why I wanted to do this. I do this twice a month in Savage Sellers. There's a link in the description, by the way. I know I brought it up a few times. But I'm stoked, right? Like, I have had massive success with this brand building thing, and I'm really excited to do like my first round of Under the Wing students and get some success stories going. That is like, that's where it's at. I love the like testing things as a community, as a group, and yeah, that's so satisfying. Like, just like increases the rate at which I learn too. I get to see inside so many e-commerce businesses, and we get to all talk about it, and it's like a mastermind, really. So field dressing kit. Deer hanger kit. That's definitely seasonal, but let's see. If you had one ideal resource to provide your community, what would it be? Which community? Because, I mean, like, YouTube and, like, just like a free resource? I would say it is just the ultimate resource is kind of like transparency. So it's just like being honest about what's happening. I don't take it upon myself to like teach people how to do things. I don't really approach it at that angle. I'm just like, this is what's happening to me. Here's like what I've learned. And I always just approach it with like the utmost respect for the unknown. Of just like, there's a lot we don't know yet, but this seems to be working. And so just continuously showing up and reporting on what that is. Like, I tried external ads. Here's what happened. It's like, I changed my main image. Here's what happened. This is, yeah. So they are a little bit boring in the branding aspect. They're very like utilitarian. I don't even, it'd be hard to show the branding a little bit, but I mean, stuff like this is a good example, like a truck hitch one, and the video ad obviously showcases it, but that's a big product though. I think it went out of stock actually. Are they running ads? I'm gonna click on the ad. Running ads, but it's not. You have to select customer support. You can't even buy it. I've never seen that before. That's weird. All right, serious question time. If you're here, appreciate an honest answer. Do you plan on starting a brand in 2024? No matter what phase you're in right now. Or do you plan on growing your existing brand? I'm just curious, like, how many people really like this whole brand building thing that I'm teaching? Because I know it's not as like instant gratification like in the way that private label is. And it's just like, yo, just easily do this, simply do that, and like instantly order and then be selling in 2 months. Like it, which by the way, that's not even true for private label. It takes a lot longer than that. But yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious because I understand like it's more work, but so satisfying when you get it right. If you have time, take a peek at rodent repellent balls. Will do. Let's do it right now, Hira. Okay. I literally just looked at my product monthly product picks came out today on Patreon, and one of the ideas was from this brand. I think I recognize this little mouse. I'm trying to currently to build the brand. Okay, awesome. Love that. So what, Savage Sellers, question, what could we do here? Like, I'm curious. I'm always the one talking. I'm like, I want to hear from you. I want to know what are some ideas, like how, I know what I would do, but I'm just curious. 2024 is going to be our year to start a brand. Yes. Love the attitude. Growing the brand now. Product number 1, made in the USA. Heck yeah. So you already sourced it from the US? That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Thanks for the feedback. That's super helpful to know where everyone's at. Helps me make better content and connect with you all more. Working through the process, but having a problem finding domestic manufacturer for my hero product, and that made in the USA will be the cornerstone of it. Yeah, I would be surprised if you weren't having a problem finding a domestic manufacturer. That's to be expected, and that's one of the greatest barriers to entry. Like, no one's gonna have your product. They might have something similar if they really try, but it's not gonna be yours. I think it took us 3 months. That sounds right. And we didn't even find it from Thomas Ned or Google. It was like we found other companies there and just kept asking for referrals on every no. So we were like trying to compound our results. It's like, okay, we found 5 options. If we get 5 no's, let's ask each of them for another option. Like, do you know anyone that might be able to do this for me, what I'm trying to build. And occasionally someone will give you contact. And ultimately, that's what ended up succeeding for me. I found my US manufacturer via referral of another company who said, we can't do that for you. So rodent repellent is rodent repellent balls. It's interesting. So I like what they're getting at here with the like mouse running away. I am curious if we can do an even better job of that. And then what if we made the repellent balls look like little bombs? Like I want to play on some angle here. Like it's just like really branded up. Like the presentation is going crazy. Little bombs, little fuse. Packaging is like got like a couple mice with like X's over their eyes. And then maybe there's like a cat, something maybe even throwing the bombs. I don't know, or like little landmines. I would try and think of something like that, because like ultimately the formula looks like it's working well for them. There's not a lot of bad reviews here, and I think mice are relatively easy to repel. Like the peppermint trick I think does work pretty well. So yeah, this isn't a bad market, honestly. I think you could grow a brand here, especially if you like really took a stance. Like really go for it. Like if some people don't hate it, it's probably not far enough. So launching second product in the same area in 1 month. USA, made by me as a mechanical engineer and shop owned, single employee. Okay, gotcha. So you're making it yourself. Here it said, were you able to source from one place, or do you source from multiple suppliers and then manufacture elsewhere? Source from one place. The only other company we work with in the US is our package provider. We buy like 5,000 packages at a time and then fill them as we need them. What do you think of the numbers? Well, I'm sure the numbers are good. I can see how many they're selling right here. Let's look at search volume though. Yeah, 100,000, 30,000. Good to see that there's other brands selling the like this format of product, like the repellent balls. See, so here's a good question. This Magic Cat brand. I like the name, but why is there no cat on it? And also, what's the deal with like, why is this almost exact mouse character on like multiple products? I think that was like a proprietary element. Like I literally thought this brand owned that character, but I guess that's not the case. Like the outrageous titling branding ideas, tell us about this. Yeah, I kind of did a little bit, right? Like if you literally made the balls look like bombs. Let's think of like a brand name. I would have to sit down at a Google Doc and write some brand names out, but I'm thinking like seek and destroy, right? Like something like kind of edgy. Like if I was gonna go the edgy route, something to do with like a mine, a bomb, getting rid of the rodents, exterminator, like something like that. Would you be deterred by the fact that there's no enthusiast customer? I would say, yeah, it's not necessarily an enthusiast market, but it is It is interesting because like when you have a problem like this, you probably will have future problems as well. Like if you dislocate them from one area of your house, like you might end up with some in your car, or you might end up with, you know, they might come back. So even though, yeah, there's not necessarily an enthusiast market, but like when you have mice, and like I know this, like I grew up in a house that had mice, and it's pretty annoying. And like you start to develop like this feeling of like, yeah, I really want to get rid of these things. So I do think if you had like a brand that was really appealing, like we solved this, but we're also cool, I wouldn't shut it down right away. But I'm glad that you are thinking in that way. That actually makes me feel really happy that like people are starting to ask questions like that. Would someone shopping for rodent repellent just go for the cheapest offer? Yeah, some of them would, definitely. But look, this is a 1-pack at $28.99. Sold 1,000 this month. $26.99. I mean, look, there's some $14.99 options. There's some $17.78 options. $9.99. Honestly, it's kind of a market where it's like if it is going to work, I'll pay more for it. Like the 20 versus 28 versus 30 versus 17, it's just like make me feel like it's gonna work. So Alex Hormozi has this awesome value equation, and his dream outcome times the perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. And the difference between that is the amount of value. So if I convince someone with a video, and I used to think that perceived value had to be, or perceived likelihood of achievement, had to be like only social proof and reviews, but it's not the case. It can be shown to you that it works like in a video. So I could show mice like a literal experiment where like we have like a trail cam on like an area that a mouse frequently goes through, have the mouse ball there, have it see it and like run the other way, or like look in and like not want to come in the room, something like that. That would increase that time delay, like how quickly and like what are the levels of active ingredients. Well, it's probably not active ingredients, but like can we introduce another thing other than just peppermint oil in ours that's like proprietary, where it's like it's 3 times as effective. So there is a lot of testing there. And then lastly, the effort and sacrifice, like if all I have to do is like put these in 4 locations and then they work for 6 years, 2 years, whatever it is, 2 months even, those are your kind of your levers. You can play around with all those things, and through those drive your value up. However, there's also like value versus cost. So keep in mind, the goal is not to have the most valuable thing that you make no money on. It's easy to lose sight of that. When I started brand building, I was all like, oh, we're going to make the product like in this way. And then it's like, well, you still have to be profitable. You're trying to run a profitable company. So yeah, you might be able to get 3% more value, but it costs you 20% more. It's a poor decision. So we want to have the best possible product at the best possible cost to us, so we can have the highest lifetime gross profit of a customer. And through our epic branding and presentation, hopefully we have one of the lower cost to acquire customers in the market with the CAC. Well, everyone, we have been going for an hour and 9 minutes. I think that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for sticking around. Appreciate you being here live in the stream. Like I said, if you need more help with like the brand building thing, and you're like starting to line up the pieces that private label is not for me, when you feel that way, I have a free brand building framework down below. You can just have that and maybe gain a little bit more perspective and get a better idea if this is right for you, because it certainly was right for me. And I'm really excited about what the future holds. I'm excited to keep bringing you awesome, free, valuable content here on YouTube. So thanks so much. You guys rock, and I will see you in the next one. Later.